beats.
Yo, what's up, YouTube? This is your boy Junior, aka Smoking Guns, out here in Tucson, Arizona, representing the Ultimate Fight Club, giving you the latest content and boxing and MMA news that is out. So, today's video, we're going to be talking about a potential fight between Terence Crawford and Amir Khan, okay? Now, it's come out in theboxingscene.com with an article that's stating Khan considering $5 million top rank offer to fight Terence Crawford March 23rd. Now, in the article, it states, maybe Amir Khan won't fight Kell Brook next after all. Multiple sources have informed BoxingScene.com that promoter Bob Arum's Top Rank has offered Khan a $5 million guarantee to challenge Terence Crawford for Crawford's WBO welterweight title March 23rd at Madison Square Garden. Before an intermediary reached out to Khan recently on Top Rank's behalf to gauge the British star's interest in facing Crawford, it appeared Crawford would make an optional title defense against Luis Collazo on March 23rd at the Garden. Collazo has agreed to terms to challenge Crawford in 3.5 months, but Crawford has not yet signed a contract. Now, later in the article, it says, Khan, meanwhile, seemed destined to finally box Kell Brook in his next bout before the Crawford fight became a realistic possibility last week. The former IBF WBA 140-pound champion told the Daily Mail for a story posted to its website Monday that he is seriously considering challenging Crawford instead because he feels his lucrative domestic showdown with Brook could still be made if he loses to Crawford, who'd be heavily favored. The polarizing Khan would be a much higher profile opponent for Crawford than Brooklyn's Collazo. Khan also beat Collazo pretty easily in May 2014 when Khan dropped Collazo 3 times on his way to a lopsided unanimous decision win on the Floyd Mayweather Jr. Marcos Maidana undercard in Las Vegas. If Crawford fights Khan, it would headline an ESPN pay-per-view card. Crawford-Collazo would air live on ESPN. Quote, now, personally, I think that would be a very, very good fight. I mean, personally, I thought they both were going to be good fights. A lot of people were taking a dump on Crawford because he was fighting Luis Collazo. But I think Luis Collazo would have a lot of things himself that Crawford would have to deal with, like his durability, his ruggedness, and just how he's willing to stay in the fire. And he's a tough-ass dude to put away like that. He's only been TKO'd twice in his whole... He's only been TKO'd twice in his 45 bouts. And the last TKO that he had from Keith Thurman wasn't really a TKO. He had got cut, so he wasn't able to continue because of the cut. And with Amir Khan, I think that would be a very tough challenge for Terence Crawford just because of the speed that Amir Khan poses on Terence Crawford. Plus, he has a very good boxing IQ. Now, with that being said, if I had to pick any one of those two matchups to watch, Terence Crawford versus Khan or Terence Crawford versus Collazo, I would, of course, pick Amir Khan just because I think that would be a more entertaining fight. Just because I think the problems that Amir Khan can pose on Terence Crawford would be really fun to see Terence Crawford deal with. But with these fights being on pay-per-view, it said that if Crawford fought Collazo, it was going to be live on ESPN. And if Crawford fought Amir Khan, it would headline a pay-per-view for ESPN. Personally, I do not think that Terence Crawford is big enough yet of a name to put on pay-per-view. I mean, don't get me wrong. The dude is very big in the boxing community. His name yet alone is very big in the boxing community. But to the casual fan, I'm not really sure how well a pay-per-view would do. And another reason I wouldn't want to order this on a pay-per-view is because besides him defending his title from Amir Khan, it's not really that meaningful of a fight. It's a title defense for him with a notable name. And besides that, that's the only notoriety that this fight has. The fight really doesn't mean anything for the division. I mean, if he was fighting like one of the top dudes in the Murderers Row, then I think that would be a very notable fight to be able to put on a pay-per-view. And that's something that I would definitely watch or definitely want to order for a pay-per-view type of fight. But with him fighting Amir Khan, I think the main reason that would make a lot of money off of pay-per-view because more of the fans from England and the support that Khan gets. But I don't see Crawford getting that much support from American fans in that aspect of buying a $60 to $70 pay-per-view. But I guess only time will tell if he does end up getting that fight and they do put that fight on pay-per-view. I guess only time will tell on how big that pay-per-view would do and how big of a star is Terence Crawford. That'll answer a lot of questions on his star power. So I hope you guys like this video. If you guys like the video, make sure to hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And if you guys have any kind of questions, any kind of comments, make sure to hit me up in the comment section and I'll be sure to hit you guys up. Okay, so I hope you like the video. Holla at your boy.